What's going on, YouTube? I hope you like the new intro for when I review books. So today I'm going to talk to you about The Glass Castle. The Glass Castle is a 2005 memoir that was written by Jeannette Walls. The book focuses on poverty, childhood, and the upbringing of Jeannette Walls, along with her siblings and at times her real dysfunctional parents. For a total of 261 weeks, this book was on the New York Times bestseller list, and it has sold over 2.7 million copies and has received the Books for Better Living award. It has also been reported by IMDb that an upcoming film will be based on the book and will star Brie Larson, Woody Harrelson, and Naomi Watts. Now, Jeannette Walls, let's just say her childhood and her upbringing were a little unorthodox. The family suffered from poverty. Her father was an alcoholic, was violent at times, and her father grew up poor. On the other hand, her mother grew up wealthy and was more easygoing and very much a free spirit, I guess you could say. For instance, her mother believes kids should, explore and find their own way. And early on in the book, Walls actually tells us she is trying to prepare some food. I believe they're making hot dogs. It's very early on in the book. While she was preparing hot dogs, she actually caught on fire and had to spend 6 weeks in the hospital. After Walls heals up, the family really bolts out of the hospital to avoid paying any sort of bills. The family also travels more than most families do. It's almost like they're on the run half the time. I thought the book was well written. Later on in her life, Walls became a journalist, and this book feels very much like a journalist wrote it. It reads out like a story, but I was hoping Walls would get more into, detail with how she personally feels, her differences, and her overall being as a person. That is something I would have enjoyed reading. Unfortunately, the author doesn't get into too much detail about how she personally feels and her, her own personal reflections. I would have liked to see more of that in the novel. Some of my personal favorite memoirs are The Diary of Anne Frank, I Know Why the Caged Bird Sings, and one of my all-time favorite books, The Autobiography of Malcolm X. Those are some of my favorite memoirs because they get into so much detail and the personal beliefs, reflections, and the time period. And as a reader, you honestly feel like you are, right there with them through this whole journey. Also, the parents in The Glass Castle are really complex. Some things you like about them and other things you can't stand about them. While reading, at times I felt a little confused on how to feel about them. At times the father was rude, drunk, and malicious. On the other hand, I thought it was a little bittersweet. The father likes to build things, and he always told Jeannette Walls, when she was a little girl, that one day he would build her a beautiful glass castle. Therefore, the style of this book was written and gives the reader a mixed interpretation for most of the people. This book was a wonderful reminder of how we should never take anything for granted. Even though the family doesn't have much, they are happy with one another, the kids have each other for comfort, and they are grateful for anything and everything. They even had to eat food out of an old, rusty-looking garbage can, and they were still thankful and very fortunate for what they have. Not everyone is lucky enough to, have clean clothes or a hot shower or fresh food or live in a nice community. But sometimes in our lives we forget how blessed we are for what we have, and we focus on getting the newest thing. And this book made me feel real happy with the actual present moment, like right now. Overall, I did enjoy the book, but it's not my favorite memoir. I love the book's theme on poverty, and I like how the book is almost like a roller coaster of emotions. At times things are really good for the family, and then at the turn of the page, things really go down south or really bad for the family. I just wish Walls gave more insight on herself, and I feel like that would have made for a better book, but I did enjoy the book. But I believe The Glass Castle gets, here's my rating right now. 7 bookworms out of 10. So those are my overall thoughts on The Glass Castle by Jeannette Walls. I did enjoy the book, but I wish she would have just gotten more into her personal life and how she personally feels as an individual. And I'm actually looking forward to the movie. It seems like it has a really strong cast, and I would love to see it. That being said, I really hope you enjoyed this video. I'm going to try and do more book reviews in the future. That being said, don't just get down, but get boogie.